What's up, everybody? This is Jed Johnson from DieselCrew.com, and of course, they call me Napalm. I think I'm going to wrap up the last few questions from the Instagram thing that I did a couple weeks back right now. I think I'll be able to cover all of these last few questions for you. Thanks to everybody who sent them in, and thanks to everybody who has left comments in some of the comment sections of the videos I put up recently, because I'll be using those for the 31 days of Q&A during December, and also other Q&A videos that I do during November. So I'm working on a couple projects this month, so I won't be able to do as many of these types of Q&A videos, but definitely during December there's going to be a whole bunch of them. So thanks a lot to everybody who has put out questions. I encourage everybody to give this video a thumbs up. It helps me out tremendously. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do so. And leave comments, man. Take part in the discussion. Let me know what you think about any video that you watch. Feel free to leave a comment. I always try to reply to comments unless I'm going to be doing an actual video response to them. So let's go ahead and get started. This is from Fortin Zach, and it says, I want to hold 900 in my hands with a power bar. Best way to get the grip strength to do this. So what I would do is I would focus on work with that bar, and also with bars and handles that are a similar size. Don't go doing a bunch of thick bar and fat grip stuff. It's not going to work the same. You want to work with the barbell. So get it into the cage, get it on the platform, load it up with weight, pick it up, hold it, do reps, things along those lines. Ditch the straps. You don't need the straps to build your grip. You want to get away from those straps. You want to do rows, pull downs, pull ups, chin ups, all that kind of stuff, those linear pulls with no straps. Get rid of those, okay? And then finally, what I would suggest, maybe I can find something. Don't grab things with your calluses. Don't do a grip like this. Get your fingers around things so that you strengthen your fingers when you're doing those drills. It's going to help big time. Same guy, Fortin Zach, says best exercises for pinky and ring fingers for strength. It depends on what you want to build that strength for. If you feel that your ring and pinky fingers are failing you on deadlifts, then you just got to get those stronger. Now, mainly, I would suggest just going back to the heavy bar work. But then also, one thing you do is flip a gripper upside down, squeeze it like this. So the gripper is going to be like this. It's upside down. You wrap your hand around it and squeeze it like that, and you can strengthen your fingers that way. I wish I had a gripper here, but they're so far away. They're like 15 feet away, dude. And it's just so far to walk. That's like cardio and leg training, and everybody knows I don't do any of that. So, next question. This is from Joshua Burkoff. What got you into grip, my man? Oh, that's an awesome question. Basically, what got me into grip was I was spending a lot of time online on forums back in the early 2000s when I knew that I wanted to be a strength coach, and I was trying to learn as much as I possibly could. During this time, my friend Smitty and I were taking trips all over the place to meet people and learn and go to clinics and things like that. So we were reading a lot of articles. I was on a lot of forums. I was on the Dr. Squat forum. DrSquat.com had a forum back then. As far as I know, it's not around anymore, but I haven't checked. I don't know. And on that forum, ran into a guy also from Pennsylvania, Rick Walker, and he posted a lot about grip training, and it seemed really exciting, really interesting. He was a really extreme grip training dude, and because he was so excited about it, it kind of rubbed off on me, and I wanted to try it, and it kind of grew from there. So that's really how I got into it. I was in 2001, I believe, we got our first gripper, and then what we would do is just try to squeeze it down and close it. But it wasn't until like late 2002 where I really started doing a lot of regular grip training. 2003 was my first contest. I signed up for the contest because by then we had started to do strongman contests, and I thought grip and strongman would complement one another. Strongman was really my biggest goal at the time, so it seemed to make sense. Went with that. Eventually, after several back injuries, I stopped doing strongman. That was 2006, but I always continued doing grip. So that's pretty much the story in a nutshell. Do you ever do leg workouts? And this is from Jacob underscore car 05. And the answer is no, I don't ever do leg workouts because my legs are so massive that it's already hard for me to find clothing that fits them. Jeans, just about out of the question. I put on a new pair of jeans, they often split the seams down the side or in the inside of the thigh generally rip right apart. And the problem there is they tear so violently that they're very loud and it could rupture an eardrum. So I don't want that to happen. That would probably cause some problems for my training. Probably lose my balance a little bit if I had an inner ear injury. So I stay away from those leg workouts. Heel since day one says any plans to host any contests after the King Kong is over. Right now, I don't have any plans to host any contests until next year. So we run a yearly competition in February. It's usually, we call it our winter contest. We usually call it something different every single year. This year, there's a chance we may run like a U.S. Nationals in February, then a North American Championship in June, and then a World Championship later on in the year, maybe September. That's what we're currently working on at Grip Sport International. So there will be more information about that, but most likely the February contest will be slightly different this year, a little bit different format than what has usually been done. So just stay tuned for more information on that. But yeah, there's going to be more competitions coming your way in 2020. The best grip exercise for a newbie at a standard gym. This comes from American Doom. So I love pinching, guys. I think it's great. You can set up a couple plates and just place them together, smooth sides out, and then pinch them. Now I know that some gyms still to this day do not have plates with a flat side on them, which is really unfortunate for everyone who wants to build their grip. But you still can use plates that don't have the flat sides for grip training. Now, the features, the textures, the designs of the sides of the plates may indeed help you with getting a better grip. So you're probably going to get a more secure grip and be able to hold heavier weights and for longer than you normally would if they were smooth, but you're still going to be working your hands. Other than that, I always recommend thick bar training to people as a way to just strengthen their hands in a general sense. So if there's any kind of thick bar at your gym that you can use, do those. Fat grips are a great option, as well as incorporating towel work, doing towel chins, wrapping the towel around the handles on the row machine in order to make them thinner. Things along these lines are quick wins that you can do for very little investment. Lou underscore ban underscore 220 asks, what's the best training tool to conquer the inch dumbbell? I answered that in a video like a week ago. So the best implement is the inch dumbbell itself. Once you get one of those, the amount of time it takes you to lift the inch is going to be diminished extremely, especially if you know of a lot of drills. So I always recommend that anyone that has an inch and wants to lift it, get my How to Lift the Inch Dumbbell DVD. If you don't have an inch, then I feel that the best implement to use is a plate loadable dumbbell that has about a 2.5 inch handle. This is a very reliable method, and it's actually what I used when I started training. I go into detail on this in one of the videos I did, I think last week. As far as an implement that attaches to a loading pin, I think that the wrist wrench mimics the action of the inch dumbbell the best, but I just don't think you can go wrong with a plate loadable dumbbell, especially if you can get the collars, the loading sleeves, so that the plates don't just continually spin. So if you can get them on there tight. So like one of the things you can do is just wrap tape around the loading collar, the loading sleeve of the dumbbell so the plates fit more snug. And then Mosier underscore Clay, how'd you get your legs so big? Hey, um, sometimes people are lucky and just anything that they do grows their legs. For me, whether I'm squatting, deadlifting, walking, thinking, having sex, all that stuff builds my legs. I really only have to think about growing my quads and they just swell right up. So I wouldn't recommend that you rely on that method for your quads, seeing how your quads are very weak looking and pathetic and things like that, Clay. But it, it it works for me because I'm incredibly awesome. Incidentally, guys, this Clay Mosier and Jake Carr that both asked me about my legs are student athletes that I work with here at my gym, and it's an ongoing thing that we have busting on each other. So I'm not a real dick, at least not as much as I seem to be in these videos. These guys are my boys. That's it, everybody. We conquered all of the questions that were sent in during that period on Instagram. You can't really put much information there, so we've gone ahead and expanded on it here. I hope you enjoyed these videos. I hope you took the time to hit that thumbs up. That helps me out a lot, and I look forward to doing more videos like this in the future. If you like them, let me know, guys. If you want to see more, tell me what you want to hear, and I'll do my best. Make sure to subscribe, leave a comment below, and if you can get this video in front of some of your friends, then I can help them out. I really appreciate it, and it's going to help me out by giving me more subscribers. And got something coming your way real soon after hitting 11,000 subscribers at the end of October. So thanks again for that, everybody. All the best in your training. Take care.